Well, COVID-19 has had an effect on us in many ways. Obviously, personally, everyone has been affected by it. In terms of the firm, we have had to alter the way that we do business. Clients many of my clients, I should say, like that face-to-face interaction. And because of obvious health concerns, we're not able to always meet with them one-on-one. Or if we meet with them one-on-one, they have to understand that there's the barriers. We all have to wear masks, and we have to be particular about how close we can be to one another, the sterilization of the space. So learning to communicate more often on a virtual basis with our clients is sometimes challenging. As for our clients, particularly those in construction and real estate, they have definitely been impacted by COVID-19. We live in an area, the Washington metropolitan area, which deems construction essential, which means that the clients who were working were never prohibited from the government or whatever jurisdiction they were working from continuing to do that. However, there is a concern that as we get towards the latter part of 2021, the impact of that shutdown, many businesses being impacted, going out of business, is going to ultimately affect the bottom line, and the business that would have been generated during the initial 3 to 4 months that we were in a serious lockdown mode is going to take an effect on having new business in the pipeline so that revenues can continue to come into the business. For landlords and for owners of commercial real estate buildings, it has been particularly trying because as more businesses are having persons operate from their homes or in other remote locations, they're beginning to reassess whether or not they in fact need to continue renting space. And therefore, because there's more empty retail space, that's having an impact on landlords. And therefore, they're not getting tenants in. Tenants would be doing build outs of commercial spaces, and therefore they would need contractors. And so if there's no tenants that are building out spaces, there's less work for contractors. In terms of construction, safety is always a primary concern for contractors. COVID-19 has just amplified, if you will, the safety measures that had already and continue to be in place on job sites, trying to navigate through whatever requirements are imposed by health officials, between the government, and trying to keep up employee morale and keep the business operating so that they can not only be able to afford to pay their employees, but to be able to look forward to new and to better projects is challenging. So those are the challenges that clients have been facing and that they continue to face. And to the extent that we can, it's certainly my job in my capacity to try and help them and to get them through this process and to let them know that they will hopefully be able to get through it.